Everyone, welcome. Good evening. Happy April. This is such an exciting time for us to come together, and so many of us will be together and connected next week at GTC, and I am so excited for that. This is really such I feel like so much of what we do builds up for this event, and then there is absolute explosion that comes forward after GTC, not only for our teams, not only in the standpoint of new product, but definitely for us personally. And so I'm so excited for each and every one of you who's able to be there in person with us. And I'll touch on a little bit of the virtual opportunities tonight as well, in case you can't be there, but you want to be able to access the incredible trainings. I'm going to try and share my screen. I have some throwback pictures for you all that are quite enjoyable. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, and let's see if I can minimize this. All right, you guys, so hopefully showing up on your screen is a throwback to GTC 10 years ago. And this was our first GTC experience. It was actually in Atlanta, Georgia, and this was the last time it was in a city outside or different from Las Vegas. And so after 2008 GTC, they moved the conference to Las Vegas, and that's where it's been ever since. But I just want you to look around the screen and soak in all of this gloriousness. You'll see so many faces that you recognize. It's hard to believe, honestly, when I sit back and think that this was my life 10 years ago. You guys, my life looked so crazy different. I had two little ones. Lynn and I had just had our daughters 9 months prior. So we were new moms and definitely still in that sleep deprived state. Look at Kendall. Kendall was 24. I mean, I was 34. I think Kendall's like, 10 years younger than me. Like,
I was 25. I'm cracking up right now.
Oh my gosh, she's just a baby. And the cool thing, when I look at these photos that are on the screen, oh, by the way, sandwiched between Jenny and Lynn is our beloved past president in Arbonne, Rita Davenport. And she served as our president for almost 25 years in the organization. And many of you have been touched by something Rita, because she has so many incredible Rita-isms. But I love that picture of Rita squeezing the girls. And that was what the new manager celebration used to look like. They would pick a theme, and this was like the 20s theme, and so we would dress up in our 20s attire. I remember like when Kendall and Beth and Jenny got to go to the 80s party, and they had like neon and tube socks and crazy hair and all of that stuff. But now Arbonne has transitioned to the pure vibe, the all white dress party. And so that's what our new manager celebration looks like now. And it really, it's just so fun to see the evolution of what's come forward. And look at sweet Deanna Heron. Oh my gosh, you guys. She is being acknowledged this year as a visionary in Arbonne, because she has been in Arbonne for 20 years. So in this picture, this was about year 10 in her business. Holy underwear, already 6-wide EMVP in Arbonne. And so we are so blessed to be able to be poured into by her and her phenomenal success line. It's truly a gift. I remember stories. I have heard so many stories from our visionaries who would attend like the GTC at the time, which might have been, let's say, held in Colorado. And Martha McIntyre would say, she is our up line. So Martha was sponsored by Nita, I think, and then Nita, Martha, and then Cecilia, and then Deanna. But Martha would say that they would just load up in their camper and roll into the event, and they would stay in their camper for the period of the conference. Can you guys imagine? Like, we complain about sharing 3 or 4 to a room and having to share one bathroom. I can't imagine doing that in a camper. But at that time, in the early infancy in Arbonne, there were maybe 50 attendees, 50 consultants in the whole company. that would come together, those who could get there, obviously, by car, primarily, and they would come together and do this. So this is a true tradition in Arbonne, and now what we get to see roll forward is the fruits of their labor, and most definitely the fruits of your labor. And so excited and honored to be able to be sharing this opportunity with you guys. This is like the best thing ever. I have a little Cliff's Notes version of a GTC Pack List, and we're going to walk through that, and then I'm going to touch on the virtual opportunity and what that can look like, of course, for you that can't personally attend for us, but also for preferred clients. And then we'll have a little bit of inspirational close. So let me bring up I love these pictures so much. All of these people, by the way, and this is uncommon, but all of these people are still affiliated with Arbonne in some way. They may not be consultants, but they still enjoy the product in whatever that looks like. And the vast majority of them are still in business with Arbonne. So very, very tickled to say that, because that is something that is kind of unique for our team. Attrition is not an uncommon thing in network marketing business, but we tend to hold each other very tightly, which is pretty special. So I love that. The document that you guys are seeing now, this will be, I'll upload it to our United Nations page so that you guys can definitely use that for purposes of packing, so that we can all be together and prepared and organized for next week when we come together. And right out of this shoot, the point number one, I feel, is the most important that we could bring to the table for our global training conference in Las Vegas, and that is our ambassador attitude. As we've learned from Cecilia, really from the get-go in our business, belief, attitude, and commitment, that attitude piece has so much power, and it can elevate others or it can diminish others. And so it's quite simple, really. When you're in a line, waiting to pick up your food order or your coffee order, when you are in the line waiting to get into the Grand Garden Arena, when you're in the elevators, and you happen to see an Arbonne person, be the person to reach out and welcome them with open arms, and be interested. Ask them where they're from. Ask them if this is their first conference, how long they've been in Arbonne. It's really that simple, and you all are so gifted at doing that. So I'm preaching to the choir here, but I appreciate you guys being that person and leading from the front, because believe it or not, people are watching you. They're watching how we show up, even at the Global Training Conference of like-minded consultants. And I wish that every team in Arbonne was as awesome and as loving and as enveloping as we are, but sadly that's not the case. So I love that we get to be that for Arbonne. We get to be the face of Arbonne when we're in Las Vegas, and that extends not just to other consultants, but that definitely extends to people who are taking care of us while we're there. Our hotel staff, our restaurant staff, be kinder than necessary. Definitely, everyone walks around with a sign, an imaginary sign on their forehead that says, please appreciate me, acknowledge me. And so that's something that's very easy and simple that we can definitely all bring to the table. And like I said, I'm preaching to the choir here because you guys are already rock stars at that. But thank you for doing that, not only for Kendall and I, but also for Deanna and Cecilia and Arbonne in general. You have access to upload apps to your phone, and these will be quite helpful during the conference experience. So if you search Arbonne events or our Handbit app, or many of you already have the Shop Arbonne app, those are going to be critical for your use during the conference, and it would be a great time to at least do that while you're traveling to Las Vegas so that you can be ready when your feet hit the floor. I would highly, highly recommend, if you do want to go to the our swag store, our Arbonne boutique, try and do that early in the week. The lines can get pretty long, but they do sell out of product fairly quickly as well. So if you can do that at a first opportunity, that's great. The general attire for the conference is business professional attire. You'll see the gamut of everything. Of course, you know, pants, capris are certainly fine. You can be dressier than that, and that is absolutely fine as well. Just remember to bring something to cover yourself, because sometimes the arena can get a little bit chilly. And comfy shoes. I literally throw my flip-flops in my bag, and that's what I wear when I'm walking the halls. And then I only put on my nice shoes really for photo opportunities, let's be honest. But comfortable shoes, make sure that you guys throw a set of comfy shoes in. That'll save your feet and save you from blister chaos, which is so good. And then I noted next, credit card or your business card for new product. This is 100% tax deduction to you. And this is something that is can't be overemphasized. Any product that is new to you is 100% tax deductible at any point in your business. So of course, if you're a new consultant, it's 100% tax deductible, but also if you're a seasoned consultant and getting new product for the first time, you are marketing this product to the world. And so that's why it's 100% tax deductible. If you choose to purchase more than one I Want It All set of the new product offerings, that second package or the third package or the fourth package is also a tax deduction, because those are promotional products that you will likely be using for your business. So that's the really cool thing about GTC as well. When we get our products coming to us, that we have that additional tax benefit. The key this year, and I love that Arbonne did this, because I always buy at least 2 I Want It All packages, one for me to use personally, and then one that I use for my promotional product. I use it for host gifts. I can turn around and sell the product. If someone's like, I have to get my hands on this new product, Becky, I can literally like sell it back to them and either discount it or sell it at the retail price. And so I always like to have an extra on hand, because the products will go quickly, especially among your clients that are super, super excited to get their hands on new stuff. But the cool thing that Arbonne's doing when we come forward with that commitment is that you'll get $50 off your GTC 2019 registration, and you also get 2 free products in June, 2 free full-size products. You guys, these products are awesome. Like these, I'm a little sad that we're not going to have them next week, but it's a great way that we can reach out to our clients over the summer, because these products are going to be something that pretty much everybody can use. And we've been asking for them for a long time. That's all we can say. That's all we can say. It's I know. You guys are like probably like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna kill Kendall and Becky right now. But it's such a fun time. By the way, you can ask us questions if you guys want to ask it on chat. Kendall will do our best to answer, but you guys know we cannot tell you anything about the new products. Not a thing. Our lips are sealed, and we are holding firm to that because we don't want to ruin the surprise for everybody else. The rest of the things are as simple as just incorporating these products into your suitcase or suitcases. If you're Kendall and you have to bring 10 pairs of shoes, you need 2 suitcases. And I don't feel bad about that anymore. It's not a bad idea if you want to have your I Want It All set on site, and I plan to do that because the products are definitely something that you'll want to experience. I believe that you can keep one I Want It All with you and then have the other one shipped to your home, which is awesome that they're doing that. There is free shipping when you purchase the I Want It All at GTC. So that's a really cool thing. So, but you'll want some space to check a bag and check your new products if you are going to enjoy the I Want It All on site. That's kind of a big deal with the Las Vegas airport, of course. Let's see. Oh, great idea to pack your RE9 sample packs or your Fit Kit sample packs before you leave, and make it your goal to give them away by the time your feet land back at home. And this is such an easy no-brainer. Your passion and energy for what we do in Arbonne is going to be the most high as we're coming off of the conference, and even as we're in Las Vegas as well. So having that accessible, it's always a great thing to carry 1 to 2 sample packs with you at all time and make that your goal to give away at the end of the day. So I usually pack a handful of sample packs and take down with me, and that's my goal, is to give them away before I get back home. And I include my business card with that as well. Bring extra business cards. You will have sideline people. You will have your amazing serving people at restaurants. You can leave a business card with your hotel, your hotel staff, and thank them. You know, gift it with your tipping, whatever you wish to do there. But business cards are definitely a must. And then your contact list of your clients and your team. Be sure and have that on the front of your radar to contact them and reach out with the new products. Many of you have VIP Facebook groups, which is a wonderful idea, because then you can do that posting after the new product launch night, and it gets everybody enthused and pumped up. And then yeah, and then they're clamoring, they're reaching out to you because they're like, oh my gosh, I got to get my hands on this stuff. So important to, like I said, take care of the people who take care of us. And this is something that I so much love that Rita brought forward. Really throughout any touch that Rita, she's always said, you know, it's so important to tip the maid, tip the hotel bellman, tip your service people very well. And the reason being is because that is very much a way that they receive their income. Many of you will recall that in Kendall's former life, before she was an new Arbonne National Vice President, she was a server at Nakama. So she can definitely relate to how important that is. And I have learned even more from Kendall and from Alyssa about just the power behind what that means. You know, when you receive good service, to tip and be gracious in that process. And so this is just a guideline for tipping, but of course, you know, not everybody can do this in this vein. Maybe with those who you're rooming with, take turns so that everyone can kind of share in that expense. But I go to Las Vegas, I definitely take out tons of $5 bills, $1 bills, and I like to make it rain when I'm down there, because everyone is so gracious. And you know, in the position that Kendall and I are in, certainly in the company, and our regional vice presidents are in, you know, we've been entrusted with a lot. To whom much is given, much is expected, but that is definitely something that you can adopt no matter where you are in the business, is that attitude of gratitude. Again, I'm preaching to the choir here because you guys are all rock stars, but that is a guideline, and hopefully that's helpful for you. When you get to the conference, you'll want to register as soon as you can. I know you'll be exhausted from travel, but if you can find the gumption to get yourself down to registration, you'll be so thankful, because then you can go to your room and relax and catch your breath. And so you'll be given a badge. The badge is going to be mandatory for all events. It always has been, but they're making this a bigger deal because of heightened security down in Las Vegas. So you don't want to go anywhere without your badge. You will be asked to show it at any entrance for that reason. And then our awesome GTC 2018 bag. I love that Arbonne every year, like, they bring such a fashion forward bag for men and for women. I love that they have some really neat things. I don't know what the bag looks like. I have no idea. They have not shared that with us. But I'm so excited to get my bag. And Arbonne Home Office has made a big point about that these will be the only bags that we are allowed to bring into the Grand Garden Arena and to the various event places, again, for security purposes. And that makes sense to me. So what we'll need to do when we get on site in Las Vegas is consolidate our bag, and then use the GTC approved bag when we get on site. And please just kind of adopt that. And Arbonne does that for our safety, as well as for the security professionals that are working in the event. So we appreciate you guys' patience with that. And then definitely in this week leading up to GTC, this is such a huge time that you can build momentum in your business by reaching out to your preferred clients, your referring consultants, and then tell them that you will have new product to show them when your feet land back at home. That is like the coolest thing about April and where this conference is poised. When we get back from GTC, you guys, we'll have almost 10 days left in the month that we can definitely capitalize on, and your sales will be through the roof, provided that you have been doing that great job of reaching out to your preferred clients and your referring consultants in advance of that. And again, I can't say too much without giving away the farm, but it would be awesome if you guys are thinking about product showcases. Definitely, I recommend asking people to host for you, and the launch will be particularly great for spanning a generation or two. So mother-daughter parties, you know, anything that you can incorporate with spanning generations would be a great, great thing. So for those of you who have connections and have great clients, either from a younger age or from an older age, it's a perfect time to get together multi-generations. That's all I can say about that. Okay, now I'm going to transition a little bit in our last few minutes together. Virtual GTC. It will be complimentary for any one of us who have registered to be at GTC in Las Vegas. You will receive virtual GTC complimentary. I love that Arbonne has done this for us, because how many of you sit and you scribble notes, and you're like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. I can't write fast enough. And then you want to go back and listen to a module or to a particular trainer. Well, now you'll be able to do that. For us who are attending Las Vegas, we're going to be able to do that after the conference. Ashley made a point of saying they don't want to disturb the conference experience, and so we're going to be able to access those modules through June the 15th, you guys, which is awesome. I am so excited for that. And as an extra added bonus, our preferred clients can register for virtual GTC. So how cool is that? Like, there's so many of our preferred clients that obviously love the product. They are enthusiastic, unpaid advertisers for the product. That's certainly what I was when I was introduced to RE9 12 years ago. And so how many of those people are just sitting on the edge of their seats thinking, okay, what's next? You know, I mean, I love the product. Maybe, you know, I need to learn a little bit more. Well, this is an avenue that they can do. For $99, they can register to attend virtual GTC and have that experience. They have the same flexibility. Yes, they can watch it as it streams live, but if that's not working for their schedule, especially for our East Coast friends, because it would start, well, the product launch would start at 10 p.m. on the East Coast. If that's not great for their schedule, then they can go back just like we can and access the modules after the fact. So I absolutely love that. And then at the bottom of our little cheat sheet here, our pack list, I just want to highlight a few dress code things that are a departure from the business dress code. Thursday night, our product launch night, the dress code is, if you happen to be able to order a shirt for the Cecilia Stoll Success lines, that includes Deanna and Cecilia, it's a white t-shirt with Limitless and rose gold foil. Beautiful. I've been checking my mailbox every day. I hope it gets here before I pack for GTC. But it's a beautiful shirt. If you don't have it, a simple white top or white t-shirt will be fine. And you can wear dressy jeans, something that is, you know, something that would be presentable. Think about Deanna Herron. That's what I would wear. If it's a jean that Deanna Herron would wear, you're going to be fine. On Friday is our time that we will come together as a transformation nation and our nation, and we'll be able to have a luncheon opportunity. So you don't need to worry about what you're going to do for lunch on Friday, April 20th. We're going to host lunch in a room that we will definitely let you know where you're going to be going. And then what is a great idea is to drop off your bags. Virtually all of you are staying at the Marriott Grand Chateau, which works out beautifully for this setup. So we recommend just dropping off your bags. The room space is going to be a little tight to get your lunch, but then the Marriott, the gal at the Marriott said we can absolutely go up to the top pool. They do not serve food up there, so that's not a conflict. We can go up to the top pool, hang out. They do have a bar up there and can serve non-alcoholic and alcoholic drinks. And so that's probably what we'll plan to do. So plan on coming and grabbing your lunch and then going up to the rooftop pool, space permitting. So cross our fingers that we can do that. And then Saturday, oh, wait, no. We've got a really, really big deal Friday night. Our Grand Awards celebration is going to be 8 to 10 p.m. at the Grand Garden Arena. And this is when our new National Vice President, Kendall Pierce Travers, gets to walk the stage as a new National Vice President in Arbonne. So we're so excited for you, Kendall. So excited. Did you have any luck finding a dress? Okay, not yet. Let's all put our prayers and energy into Kendall being able to find a dress. She will. I'm confident she will. But we are so excited. Even if she has to waltz with just a tan and some, everyone's going to be happy with her. We all love her. And so many in Arbonne love her as well. So this is going to be really, really special. On that note, those of you who have been able to be at GTC with us previously, you know that we have had an esteemed position being able to have a lovely bird's eye view of the entire Grand Garden Arena, which is kind of cool because you can see all the action. But this year, thanks to Kendall promoting and being the amazing leader for her team, we have been upgraded. We actually are closer to the center of the arena. So now we're in Plaza 4, and we share that space with some of our Deanna Heron Success Lane sisters, Jody Holsinger, but also some who are not in Deanna's Heron Success Lane. So I just ask you to be peaceful, and of course, you can save a few seats here and there. But the general rule at GTC, because there's so many people coming from different places, is to not save like high volumes of seats. And so thank you for working on that. You guys can all go in mass and sit down, but you just can't save rows and rows and rows of seats. Like that's kind of something that's frowned upon by some of the MVPs, not us, but we want to be good. We want to be good. Okay, and then Saturday, the Pure Vibe celebration, that is for our new area managers, our new regional vice presidents, our new national vice presidents, and VP by invitation only, and that is an all-white attire. That's going to be at the MGM pool as well. Okay, so in wrapping up, I'm so excited to be with you all next week. Can't wait to squeeze you. This is just, it really is such a cup-filling event for me and for, I know, so many, each and every one of you. I'm so excited. And so I want you to really take to heart a few things in this week as we are leading up to GTC. And some of that, the most critical work is actually the mind work, and that's working on your why. And Lynn Carpenter put on my heart something really powerful a few days ago. And I thought, you know what, this is the perfect time for people to be thinking this going into our global training conference. But she's like, Becky, sometimes I feel that, that people become accustomed, certainly outside of Arbonne, but even those of us who have been in Arbonne for a season or a minute, sometimes we become accustomed to just living life and not permitting ourselves to think big and to dream big and think about what power we have with this vehicle to change not only our life, but the lives of other people. And so I thought it was such a poignant point that we really want to, it's our job. It's honestly our job to create that big vision for our life. Because if we don't create a big vision for our own life, then other people don't have space to fit into our big vision. They don't have room to be in there. And more importantly, we want to be able to pour that big vision or that big picture thinking into the people that are joining us in this business. So over the next week, as we prep for GTC and we dive into the minutia of making sure that our heels match our outfits, and that we might have our nails painted and all of that stuff. I really want you guys to devote some time, even if it's just writing down and jotting down a list of big picture things. Is that travel for you? Is it philanthropy? Is it family? Is it giving back in ways that you've always thought that you could, but you suppress that because you put an artificial limit or an artificial cap on yourself, or what life is supposed to look like? And you guys, and I don't say that from a space of shame, that's just human nature, right? Like, we just get into the groove of doing life and not permitting ourselves to think in really big, phenomenal ways. So that's one thing that I really, really want you to adopt in this next week, and take to heart. And that's going to be different for each and every one of you. And by the way, oh my goodness, we are so blessed to have the team that we do, because each and every one of you have a gift that you bring to this team that we would not be the same team without. Like, that right there gives me huge goosebumps. So I don't want any of you, this is not a level thing. It's not a manager thing. It's not a, well, I am not as good as so-and-so. Stop the comparing. I love when Nita says, don't quit and don't compare. Don't quit and don't compare. And human nature is rough on us, and we're certainly the toughest on ourselves, you guys. And so, but without the gift that you bring to our team, we would not be the same team. And that would be a tragedy. So thank you for everything that you do, and every person you are, and for what you do, of course, for yourself, but for other people in Arbonne, and for your clients and for your family. We know that we are a God-ordained team. We know that. Deanna has affirmed that. We have something totally, totally special among this group of powerful leaders. And even if you are a team of one right now, you are a powerful leader. You are the person that we need you to be, and that your future team needs you to be. So how many of you are excited about this? The 5-second rule, Mel Robbins. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, I am so excited, you guys, for Mel. I am so excited. I think, and more than any other time leading into a GTC, I have just been giddy since Arbonne has told us about their plan for GTC, the new product launch, our keynote speaker, Miranda Burcham, phenomenal, Mel Robbins coming on board, the 5-second rule. Many of you have this book. If you haven't, I'm sure you'll get a chance to get it at GTC. I have no doubt in my mind. But in Mel Robbins fashion, I'm going to give you guys a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to prepare for our final push for GTC. Number five, this is your call to action for our call tonight. Prepare 5 sample packs before you leave, and pack them with you, and make it your goal to give them all away before your feet touch down back home after GTC on Sunday or Monday. Some of you get to stay beyond. That's lovely for you. I love it, the happy dance. Number four, I want you guys to dream in a huge, huge way this week. Dream bigger than you've ever allowed yourself to dream, and come up with 4 big, big things of how big you want your life to look. 4 things. And if you come up with more, even better, but 4. 3, I want you to, right now, make appointments with 3 people that have been on your heart that you would so love to partner with and have them do Arbonne. And it's going to be powerful if you can meet with them before GTC, but certainly if you can meet with them after GTC, because you can send them little snippets, right? Which is great. Rita called that salting their oats. Send them little snippets of things just to make them intrigued and be like, okay, well, this is something I could get behind this. I'm kind of excited about what my person is sharing with me. So 3 people or more who you would love to partner with Arbonne with. And that's what I say. I say, you've been on my heart. I would be so grateful to have 15 minutes of your time so that I can share why I think you'd be wonderful at what I do. So, and they would be silly to say no to you. And if they say no, that's okay. You will invite them to your Mercedes presentation. It's going to all be fine. And then number 2, I want you to reach out and have 2 opportunities to have new clean eaters. So I don't want you guys to miss the boat on that. You need to keep following up and keep aligning your clean eaters with our next clean eating challenge. Our business cycle doesn't stop just because GTC happens. So we definitely want to have 2 clean eaters queued up after we get home from GTC so we can help prep them for the next cycle. And number 1, I want you to have at least 1 showcase that you host or that you ask another person or friend to host for you. At least 1 when you come back from GTC. And so that week following, more than likely, you'll have more than 1, which would be awesome. But I want you all to work with booking at least 1. And it can be something that you host for you. And you will be blown away by the success that this activity, just being at the conference, and your energy and your passion, it is going to make people super excited. And you will have people come out of the woodwork to host for you from that event, or if they can't be there, they will host for you. They will move mountains to make that happen. So those 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And I love you guys. I cannot wait to see you. Like, this is seriously, if this is work, oh my gosh, like holy underwear. It's almost embarrassing to tell people what we do. It's almost embarrassing. But I love doing it with each and every one of you. I couldn't handpick a better team and a better group of leaders to do this with. You guys all fill me up. And Kendall, we cannot wait, honey. We cannot wait to be raising the roof for you and your phenomenal organization. We're so excited for you guys. We love you. Good night. See you in a week.